All right, my sweet friends. Good morning. Welcome to your healthy aging class. You're going to start in whatever comfortable position feels good for you. So, option to lie flat on the ground, knees bent. That's great if you've got low back issues. If it feels like, oh, those shoulders are really tight, you can set up in a heart bed. So, propping a bolster over a thick block, lying down, that helps to open the chest, or of course, any other position that you prefer. Now let's take a little bit of time just to settle in, and we'll do this with our breath. So nice full breath in through the nose, belly rises. Exhale, full breath out the mouth, let it go. Beautiful. Again, inhale, feel the belly rise, ribs expand. Exhale, full breath out the mouth. Beautiful. One more breath, just like that. Good. Start now to invite your breath. Feel the breath come in and out of the nostrils. And as you breathe softly here in and out of the nostrils, find just a little bit of space between the lips and the teeth. See if you can invite in a small, really gentle smile to play on the corners of the lips. And then let's take some time to soften downward into the earth below. Let the shoulders shrug down and away from the ears. Let the lower jaw release away from the upper jaw. You might even nod the head a little bit up and down. It's a wonderful way to release the neck and the shoulders. And then settle with the chin just ever so slightly tucked, back of the neck ever so slightly lengthened. And then let's take time to invite in full diaphragmatic breathing. Feel on the inhale, belly rise, ribs expand outward. On the exhale, belly draws in, ribs gathering. So feeling on the inhale, that expansion, that widening, that opening. On the exhale, that very soft, gentle return to center. Take time to feel movement of breath. Feel the rhythm that's being established right now as you draw awareness to the breath. This little moment of peace that we can offer ourselves simply by feeling breath. And as you settle into that rhythm of breath, I invite you now to set your samkalpa, your intention for practice today. Now, to set your samkalpa, ask yourself this question: what quality would I like to invite into my practice today? What quality would I like to cultivate in this practice today? And today, the answer might be around inner resilience, or healing, or finding some peace. Maybe something else. Now, whatever answer for you begins to rise up, to bubble up. Begin to set that as your samkalpa, as your intention for practice today. So see that word or that phrase in your mind's eye. And then let's start to set our samkalpas together with the breath. Go ahead, exhale, release out the breath. Big breath out, let it go. Got it. Then inhale, draw your samkalpa through. Exhale, soft, gentle release out the mouth, let it go. Again, inhale, draw your samkalpa through. Exhale, a little release to let go. Yeah, beautiful. One more breath. Yeah, beautiful. So with that samkalpa, that intention set, let's start now to move the body, wiggle through fingers and toes. Let the head, the neck roll a little from side to side. Find a big, long stretch. Stretch out arms, stretch out legs. Ooh, do a little side stretch. You can stay on the bolster if you're on it, no problem. Just a little side stretch, upper body, maybe lower body too. Big, big breath. And then as you're ready, take a little walk over to the other side. Nice full breath. Good. Excellent. And then come on back through center. You can interlace fingers, press palms up, stretch those heels forward. Take another breath. Good. And then as you're ready, go ahead, undo the hands. Now, if you're in a heart bed position, I'd like you to simply just bend your knees and stay as you are. If you're flat on the back, you have two choices. Choice one, using slow-mo ball underneath the back, so in that space between shoulder blades. Choice two, set yourself up in a heart bed. So you choose what feels better. We're going to do some opening of the shoulders, yeah? Now, whatever position you're choosing here, I'm choosing heart bed. So I've got knees bent, feet flat on the floor to support the low back. I'm going to bring fingertips together. Feel free to use extra head support. As you inhale, reach the arms up over the head, really soft and gentle. Exhale, hands to heart. Eyes can be closed here. Let this be a really soft, gentle, moving meditation. If you're in that heart bed position, don't worry about arms going very far here. You're already set up in quite a back bend. So it's already opening the upper back. Next time hands come to the heart, take a wee pause there. Arms go out to the side. Inhale, arms out to the side like little wings. Exhale, arms back together. That's it. Soft and gentle. Inhaling, arms to the side. Exhaling, arms back together. Feel that very soft, moving meditation here, opening the wings. One or two more. One or two more. Yeah, beautiful. Next time hands come back together, pause. Bring the backs of the hands back to the wrist points to touch. Rotation now as you inhale, arms go down. Fingertips touch down. As you exhale, turn palms up, hands back together. So on the inhale, we're bringing arms out and down. On the exhale, arms up, back together. Go with your breath here, soft, soft, gentle. Good. We'll do one or two more. Yes, good. Now, final motion that we're going to do, please keep your left arm up, bring the right arm down. I'm going to do a little nerve flossing. Open, please, the left arm out to its side as you turn your head to the right. So stretching through that left shoulder. There's your inhale, exhale, back up. You're going to do about 3 or 4. So we inhale to open. Always have a little look at me if you're unsure. Exhale, back up. So we've got these nerves that run down from the neck into the shoulders. They can get a little pinched, a little impinged. This frees them. Good. Okay. Bring that left arm down, right arm up. As you're ready, inhale, right arm out to the side, head turns to the left. And then exhale back about 3, 4, or 5 of these. This is wonderful to do in the morning if you wake up with a little crick in the neck or soreness in the shoulders. This frees it all up. Yeah, 1 or 2 more, you got it. Beautiful. Okay, and then go ahead, head back through center, arm back down. Come off your support. So whether that's heart bed or your slow-mo ball, just come to lie flat onto your back with your head support. Go ahead, draw your knees in towards your chest. Give yourself that little hug, that little cuddle. Massaging into the low back. Yeah, excellent. Good. And then with hands on knees, let's make some big circles. So we're separating the knees, pushing them away from the chest, exhaling back in and toward the chest. Beautiful. Soft and gentle. With the breath, connecting release of shoulders, hips, and low back. Good. Go ahead, switch directions. Take your time. Yes, beautiful, good. And then as you're ready, please reach up those arms and the legs. We're gonna point and flex through the hands, the feet. So the wrists, the ankles, cricks and cracks will come. That's good, that's air in the joint. And then wave side to side. Yes, and then as you're ready, circles. So circling the hands and the feet in one direction and then the other. And then go ahead, squeeze, release, squeeze, release, squeeze, release, and shake it all out. Beautiful. Okay, now, please grab your strap. We're gonna do a little release for the hips, also great for the low back. Strap goes along the sole of your right foot. You're gonna catch it in both hands, so sliding the strap down. And then go ahead and point and flex. Point and flex the foot so you can get into the back of the legs. So the hamstring muscles, there's 3 of them. They all attach from the back of the knee into the sitting bones, into the ischial tuberosities. That's the base of the pelvis. So when hamstrings are tight, puts pressure on the low back. This is helpful to release. If you want to go a bit deeper, press the heel up, draw toes towards the face ever so gently, rock your leg a little towards you and a little away. That's it. Take another breath. Now let's find our position of stability. Bring the thigh bone away from you till it's straight up and down, perpendicular to the floor. Tug down, and then draw a little circle as you tug down. Little massage here. You can go ahead and sigh. Yeah, and then other direction. Yes. You're going to slide the hands down the strap as you inhale, leg lowers, exhale, shush back up. Go with your breath. Take your time. Good. Beautiful. That SH shush breath, warming up core strength. You've got it. One or two more. Next time the leg comes up, keep it up. Both sides of the strap into the right hand, right leg out to its own side. Let it go to where feels good for you. It doesn't matter if it's a deep stretch or not a deep stretch. Press down a little stronger through the left foot. And then point and flex the right foot, getting a little deeper into the muscles around the thighs. Take another breath. Yeah, now we're going to come into a twist. Bring the leg through the midline, switch hands. Right leg crosses over, either keeping the left foot on the ground or scooting your bottom over towards the right. So you land onto that left hip, left knee. You can slide your hand down the strap. Open the right hand so that the palm is turned up, and then just wiggle through the fingers as you point and flex the foot again. Yeah. Take another breath. Yeah. Now take that all the way through center, switch sides. Bringing left foot into the strap, right foot down onto the ground, little bend of the knee as you start to point and flex. Beautiful, yes. You got it. And then if you want here, you can press the heel up, draw toes towards the face, extra stretch for the hamstring muscles, those three muscles that connect to the base of the pelvis. Take another breath. And we can go for a position of stability for the hip. Thigh bone moves away from you till it's straight up and down, perpendicular to the floor. Tug down, draw your circle. Little circle in one direction, full breath. You've got it, big sigh. And the other direction, full breath, big sigh. Yeah, good. Okay, get ready to lower and raise the leg. As you're ready, inhale, leg lowers, exhale, shush it up. Go with breath, take your time. Yes. Beautiful. You've got it. One or two more. Okay, we'll go for that stretch out to the side next time leg comes up. So both sides of the strap into the left hand, left leg out to its own side to wherever feels good. Now, just to stabilize the pelvis, press down through the right foot as you point and flex through the left. Relax your jaw, big sigh again. And then let's come through our twist. Bring the leg through midline. Switch hands with the strap. Find your twist, either keeping right foot on the ground or scooting your bottom to the left. Rolling all the way over. I like to keep my left palm up. Wiggle through the fingers. Maybe do a little point and flex through the left foot. Yeah, you got it. Take one more breath as you are. Beautiful. Now slowly, gently, come on back through center. Take that strap off, place it to the side. Give yourself a little hug, a little cuddle, maybe windshield wiper knees. Beautiful. You got it. Okay, now I'm going to come into some core strength work on the back. So you can take your foam chip block, place it underneath your bum, just for a little padding. Then lift up arms, lift up legs. Now we're going to start with wide arms and legs. So reaching up arms and legs, little bend in both, elbows and knees. Inhale, legs and arms out wide. Shh. Bring it back. Now this rhythm, bringing the legs out wide and back together, helps us connect with the deep core strength. Now part of our core not only is the abdominals here, but also the muscles of the pelvic floor. I'm going to be talking about those today. They are like a little hammock connecting the front to the back. They actually attach to the tailbone on the back, on the front of the pubis on the front. Sometimes they can get a little too tight, and that tugs on either the tailbone or the front of the opening. Yeah. One or two more. Yeah. Now bring the legs and arms back together. Give yourself a pause. Either knees in towards the chest or windshield wiper knees. Excellent. Okay, we're going to do opposite arm, opposite leg. Bring up those arms and legs. As you inhale, right arm, left leg. Bring right arm over the head, left leg away from you. Shush, exhale, bring it back. Opposite side, inhale. Keep going from side to side here. Good. Important is that we do the effort, the tugging back on the exhale. That pulls the pelvic floor muscles up. But on the inhale, there's a stretch of those pelvic floor muscles. That's what we want. We want them to stretch on the inhale, contract on the exhale. Good. One or two more. One or two more. Good. Last one. Excellent. Take your break again. Bring those knees in towards the chest or windshield wiper knees. Okay, final one we're going to do here on our back is our toe tapping, but I want to do it in two different ways today. So start with feet onto the ground. Take your hands on the front of the hips. You might even be able to feel your hip bones. Now, as you inhale, lift up your right knee. So right foot comes off the floor. As you exhale, slowly bring it down. Left side, inhale, lift it up. Exhale, slowly bring it down. Good. So same thing as we're doing here on that exhale, a little bit more effort. Slow and controlled. So good for our deep back muscles, those of us that get low back pain. Also so good for those pelvic floor muscles. One more side to side, so it doesn't need to be hard to be effective. Good. Okay, take your pause. Do some windshield wiper knees. Okay, now option here, if you want to level this up, you don't need to, but if you do want to, you're going to remove the foam chip block. You're going to place your slow-mo ball underneath something that's a little less stable. If you think I'd like to try it, but I did not grab a slow-mo ball today, it's on your other side, Rebecca. There you go. You let me know. Okay. I rarely have the vision, but I did there. Okay. Now, hands down beside you or on your hips. Same thing. Inhale, lift up that right knee. Exhale, lower it down. Good. So we can maybe feel with a little bit less stability how important it is to press down through the foot that's on the ground as the other foot comes up. Slow this movement down. So good for your back. So good for that pelvic floor. Yes, one or two more. Yeah, really good. Excellent. Okay, come on down, take a pause. You can windshield wiper those knees. I am going to tell you now, I lied earlier when I said that was the last thing. We're going to do one more. And this one is bring your right leg up, please. Now, as you inhale, right leg goes out to its own side. As you exhale, bring it back. So you're still with that slow-mo ball. Huh? Inhale out to the side, exhale, bring it back. Also, let that left hand on the ground help you. So this is great as we stretch those inner thigh muscles. They're called the adductors. It also helps release the pelvic floor. As we bring it back through center, it helps us engage that pelvic floor. Last one on that side. Good. Foot comes down, left leg up. So right hand down. Inhale out to the side, exhale, shush it back. So it does not need to be a big motion out to the side. We're getting that gentle stretch and gentle release. You got it. Beautiful. One or two more. One or two more still. Yeah, I think we need to even it out. Huh? Good. Last one. Excellent. Okay, bring that foot down. If you've got that slow-mo ball underneath, wiggle out your hips. It should feel really good for the low back. Do any motion here you want. You can do windshield wiper knees, pelvic tilts, wiggles out. Great for releasing those muscles of the back. Yeah, excellent. Take another breath as you are. Beautiful. Okay, we're going to come off. Lift up your bum, remove that, place that to the side, roll to your side, come on up. Come meet me for spinal waves. So you can do this seated or hands and knees. I'm going to do hands and knees. Pad in any way you need. You can pad underneath the knees, pad underneath the wrists. Just go with breath here. So the exhale is the rounding. And the inhale is the back bend. One of the very best things we can do for our spinal health. These movements. Yes, good. Yeah, beautiful, my friends. You got it. Doesn't matter what position you're choosing. You're moving the spine. Now, let's get into a little side-to-side movement. So if you're on hands and knees, you can, if you want, widen the hands, come onto the fingertips off the mat. Do a little side to side. I like to bring my bum down and up to the side and then back. Yeah, exactly. So if you're seated, just do some beautiful little torso circles. You might even like to do here a little circle, a little figure eight. We're going to take a couple more breaths as we are. Good. Yeah, you've got it. Now, please take your pause. Come into child's pose, or if it's more comfortable to be on your tummy, you can do that. Doesn't matter. You're going to support yourself as feels good for you. So maybe forehead lands on the ground, but if it doesn't, please give yourself support. You can crisscross forearms or bring a little block underneath the head or a bolster. You can cuddle into it. Now let's use this as time to feel breath. So as you inhale, ribs expand, also pelvic floor releases. As you exhale, ribs gather in, pelvic floor lifts. Whether or not you can feel that movement of the muscles of the pelvic floor, it is happening when we breathe consciously like this. Finding expansion on inhale and gathering in, a little contraction on the exhale. Feel free to roll the head a little bit from side to side. Sometimes that's nice. You got to take another breath. Okay, now, next invitation to you is to come through a plank flow. So we're going to stretch those arms forward, widen the fingers. You can get your props out of the way. As you inhale, find hands and knees or toes tuck under for plank. As you exhale, come on back down, knees down, child's pose. Move with breath. Let the hands be involved here, gripping through those fingers. Good, slow and gentle. If it feels like today you're okay to add on a little bit more, you can lift one leg up as you find your plank. Bring that foot down, bring the knees down, and then lift up the other one as you come through. Take your time. I'm just going to open up this side window because we're going to get even warmer soon. Good. You've got it. Beautiful. Slow and gentle. However you're going. Slow and gentle. Yeah. Beautiful. One more. You got it. Then find your child's pose again. Find that child's pose again. So whatever variation you want, if you had your arms forward before, it might even feel good to bring them behind you. Or if you want to do a little side stretch with the arms, great way to get into shoulders. You can stretch arms forward and over to one side for a few breaths. Take a wee pause and then walk over to the other side. Yeah, you've got it. Take another breath or two. Awesome. Okay. Now from here, we are going to come into a sideline position to work on the hips. So grab your bolster, or what you like to use as head support. I like a bolster because it's nice to have something that's twice as high compared to what you use if you're on your back. Okay, so there's lots of different hip movements that we can do. Today, we're going to work on something new. It's going to be really fun. Now, boot your knees in towards your chest. That's it, exactly. Okay, so your bottom knee is going to stay real bent here. And then as you're ready, what I'd like you to do, please, is lift up your whole top leg a little bit. Don't worry about the bottle, it'll come back to you. Good. And now as you inhale, you're simply going to straighten the leg out. And then as you exhale, you're going to bend it back. So it was as if they're stacked, but the top leg is lifted. Yeah. Keep doing this for about 5 of these. Now, it might not feel like much on the first couple of ones, but then it will. Good. Think one more, yeah? Okay, and then bend the knee, lower the leg, take a breath in and out. Can you feel that in the hips a little bit? Yeah, side hip is working now. When it gets stronger, takes pressure off the low back. Also, bless you, takes pressure off those pelvic floor muscles. Now we're gonna do a little bit more, it's gonna be great. Lift up the thigh again. Now, straighten the leg, keep it straight though this time. Now, what I'd like you to do, please, is bring the leg just a little bit behind you. You can have a little look at me if you're unsure. Now, what we're going to do is draw a little circle here, tiny circle. So we're inhaling for half, exhaling for the other half. What's that, Renda? Leg behind you a little bit. Yeah. Well, doesn't need to be behind. Maybe even just a little in front, but not quite stacked over the knee. Yeah. And so slow, gentle circles. Good pause. Slow, gentle circles the other way. You've caught it exactly, Kathy. Yeah. Good. One more. Okay. Bend the knee, stack the hips. Notice that that was work. Yes. You can still feel that? Okay. Great news. I have one more. Now, the next one is going to be exactly the same. However, what I'd like you to do is draw with your leg the first 3 letters of your name in cursive handwriting. First 3 letters of your name in cursive handwriting. So we're lifting the leg, straightening it up, backing it up a little bit, and then I'm doing a J, a U, and an L. Diane, okay, Diane is bragging over here, Penny. Diane did her entire name. I don't want to hold you back. If you want to do more letters, Bev has already nailed this with a 3-letter name. Some letters are easier to do on the hip than the other. Okay, so drop it, drop it, drop it, drop it. I is really hard. I can be hard because you got to do the dot too. Okay, come into your sideline dancer. Why? Why would I make you do something like that? It's good for our brains and our bodies. You notice it was a little harder than the circle zone. Rebecca R is hard. Go ahead and undo, stack, switch. You're wondering, why does she do this and how does she come up with this? I was doing this in bed last night, just trying to find new ways to find hip strengthening. Okay, so you're starting with those knees scooted in towards your chest. Yes, that is what I do for fun. Lift up your top leg a little bit. Now we're just straightening it, huh? So on the inhale, you straighten. On the exhale, you rebend. Just that. About 5 times. So we're warming up the hip muscles. Why? Takes pressure off what is above and below. So this is good for our knee, as well as the hips, as well as the low back. Good. Lower the leg, take a pause. Big breath in and out. Okay, lift that top leg, straighten the leg, but back it up a little bit. So it's just a little bit in front of you. Now, tiny circles. So inhaling for half, exhale for the other half. The reason we don't want it too backed up, and Rhonda, you'd sort of asked about this before, is it can destabilize the foundation if it's back too far. That looks just about perfect. Yeah. Good. Nice, Lynn. Other direction. Good. Yes, Lauren, you've got it exactly. Okay, take a pause. Bend the knee, stack. Okay, noticing this is work. We are doing work, so take a breath in and out. Let it go. Now, my friends, it's up to you. You can for sure draw as many letters of your name as you want. You're straightening the leg, backing it up, and then starting to draw some letters of your name in cursive handwriting. And we're going to try and breathe too. Good. Yeah, excellent. One more breath, wherever you got to. Got a very long name. You might not be done yet. That's okay. And then lower, sideline dancer. Go ahead and reach for the ankle. Take another breath. Beautiful. Okay, go ahead, stack your knees. Come on to your hands and your knees. We're going to come into our very first downward facing dog. It might even feel quite nice for those hips. Come up through hands and knees. Start to tuck your toes under. If you prefer down dog on a chair, of course, you're always, always welcome to grab a chair. You can walk your little dog from side to side. Take another breath. Good. Now, let's find standing forward fold. So walking hands to feet or feet to hands. Hands come to the thighs, elbows to the side. Inhale up partway. As you exhale, shoulders roll back, low ribs gather. Find your chair pose, sink down, lift up. Exhale, widen the arms. Beautiful. Come all the way up. Inhale. Exhale, hands to heart. Beautiful work. Have a little bit of a shakeout. Is that okay in hips so far? Yeah? Okay. I'm going to massage our lovely feet. Yeah, grab a sip of water if you want. That's a good time. Take a massage ball. This does not need to be your soft one. It's just that that's all I brought over. Any massage ball you want, you can for sure hang on to something. So as we're massaging the feet, try and do some nice audible exhales. So you can really feel that grounding, that release into the earth. Very much in line with a seasonal practice as the leaves fall, as nature returns back to the earth for regeneration. It's also great for us to spend some time grounding, especially as we're on a full moon, which is very watery, fluid, emotional energy. Extra time for us to spend time grounding. Yeah, you got it. Now, find your heel, toes on the ground. 3 breaths. And again. Good. And again. That's it. Okay, now from here, I'm going to go right to our toes. So those little toe knuckles, side to side or little circles. Or if you're totally fine bending forward to massage the top of the foot, you can. Now, you don't need to though. Take another breath however you are. Good. Okay, slowly, gently, if you're bent forward, come on up. Stand on your own 2 feet, just so we can pause, ground, and check in. Eyes can be open or closed. Lift the arms up. Find the fingertips. Let them find each other, right to left. Root through the foot that you just massaged. Do a little side stretch. Notice how that foot's a little extra rooted. And then side stretch over to the other side. You got it. Come on back through center. Release the arms down. Open the eyes if they were closed. Let's go to the other side. Good. Oh, yeah. Good. Get that exhale, that release downward, earth energy, balancing that very fluid, watery energy that comes with full moon. Really common for emotions to feel heightened in full moon times. So we can ground, we can balance with the earth. Take that ball underneath your heel, 3 breaths. And again. And one more. Beautiful. Okay, take it to those beautiful toe knuckles. Little roll from side to side. If you want, you can do a little massage on the top of the foot, so you don't need to, but you might decide to. Take a little breath, however you are. Yeah. If you're bent forward, slowly come on up. Roll your ball off your mat. Stand on your own 2 feet. Eyes can be open or closed. We are again reaching the arms up to find the fingers. Now, if you can, eyes open or closed, still with arms raised, lift up all the toes. Feel the engagement of the muscles. Keep you balanced. Lift them down. Now we're going to come on to tippy toes. Eyes might want to come open for this. Tippy toes. Inhale. Exhale. Opposite. Lift the toes up. Inhale. Exhale down. Tippy toes last time. And exhale. Arms down. Shoulders roll up, back and down. Okay, I'm going to do some standing poses to move some energy. Let's stand at the very top of the mat. I'd like you to keep your right foot forward. You're going to step your left foot back. Warrior A. Okay, now to really help support the knee, heel toe that right foot out to its own side. That allows there to be more space for the hips. And as you bend into the knee, try lifting up all the toes. That engages the quadricep muscles. Exhale, release it down. Try that a couple of times. That just helps those quadriceps kind of say, okay, yeah, I got you. I'm ready to support you. Take a bit more weight into your back heel. Now, the flow that we're going to do today is take your hands up here. I'm going to work with a little bit of energy, okay? So as you inhale, you're going to push away a little bit. I don't know what you don't need. As you exhale, you're going to gather it all back in. Go with your breath, pushing away as you inhale, inviting in as you exhale. If you want, you can also straighten the leg as you come up and rebend as you come down. If knee is sore, you might not feel so good doing that. You can also sense and feel that energy around you. See if you want to move some energy to the side, diagonally, in front, bringing in what you want. You got it. One or two more. Good. Beautiful. Okay, take out all that energy back to your heart, one hand on the other. Take 3 breaths here, breathing in, breathing out. Again, breathe in, breathe out. One more. Okay, bring the arms down. What I'd like you to do is practice Warrior A the opposite way. So we're not all going to see each other. You're going to face the back of your mat so you can straighten up. Turn around, let my feet kind of move around a little bit. I'm actually going to lift up my back foot completely. Heel toe, my left out to its own side, bending into the knee. Now we're going to set ourselves up for success. So heel toe, that left foot to its own side. Lift up the toes as you inhale. Feel the quadriceps engage. Exhale, release it down. Do that 3 times. You might even feel the thigh muscles. Good, you got it. Now take a bit more weight into your back heel so that helps you become a little bit more upright. Take the hands in front of you. So palms facing forward, pressing out what you don't need. Palms facing towards you, drawing in what you do want. Move that energy around. If you want, as you bring the hands back in, you might straighten the leg. As you press out, you might bend the knee, but you decide. So really creating this energetic space around you. I'm going to move in a little half circle. I'm now bringing arms out to the side a little bit, diagonally and around. It can be helpful to work with. That's it, our own personal boundaries. Beautiful. One or two more, one or two more. Good. You got it. And then once again, one hand, try a different one. This one first on the heart, other hand on top. 3 breaths. Lean into your back heel, lift up your chest. That's it. One more breath. Beautiful. Okay, step towards the center of your mat. Turn around. Have a little bit of a shake out. Beautiful. Okay. Now, I'm going to do another standing series. This will be right foot forward, step back with the left. Now, I'm going to do a little warrior B into extended side angle flow. So bend into that front knee. Now, the knee is more or less aligned over the second toe. Now, that back foot, though, you can either have the back outer edge of the foot aligned with the back of the mat. For me, for my low back, it feels more comfortable to turn it in just slightly. You can see what feels better for you. Now, as you bend into that knee, you can again lift those toes up and down. It just helps with the knee support. Okay, now arms out to the side. Now let's first start with exalted warrior. That's backhand on back thigh. Top palm lifts up. Let this be an inhale. Exhale, warrior B. Now we're going to go extended side angle. Lean forward, bend the elbow, arm up over the head. Inhale. Exhale back, warrior B. So we're going to flow. Inhale, exalted warrior. Exhale, warrior B. Inhale, extended side angle. Exhale, warrior B. One more. Inhale, exalted warrior. Exhale, warrior B. Inhale, extended side angle. That's it. Exhale, warrior B. Beautiful. Okay, arms come down. We're going to do the exact same thing we did with warrior A. We're going to turn towards the back. So you're not going to face me. Left foot points towards the back, but with your back right foot, once again, decide, do you want to align the pinky toe side of the foot, outer edge of the foot with the outer edge of the mat, or even turn it in a bit? Bend into that front knee so that you can align the kneecap over the second toe, lift those toes up and down. So setting yourself up for success. The hips are on a diagonal towards that top right-hand corner of the mat. Arms out to the side. Here we go. Exalted warrior, backhand on back thigh. Inhale, lean back. Exhale, warrior B. Now, extended side angle, lean forward. Inhale, arm up. Exhale, warrior B. That's one. We're doing 3. Inhale, lean back. Exalted warrior. Exhale, warrior B. Beautiful. Inhale, extended side angle. Exhale, warrior B. Last time. Inhale. Exhale, warrior B. Last extended side angle. Inhale. Beautiful. Exhale, warrior B. You've got it. Bring the arms down. Open to the side. We're going to do a spread foot forward fold. You can bring the toes in, the heels out. So internal rotation helps with our forward folds. Bend the knees a little bit. Take a nice full inhale as you exhale. Come to about a halfway position. See if you want to wiggle your feet out wider. They can. You can bring the hands down to the ground. If you've got a prop nearby, you might even grab that. I love to just rock a little forward and back. Then I get into that stretch for the inner thighs. So I've got fingertips down, but you can be in any position. If you love bringing the head onto something, you for sure can. You can grab your thick block, place it underneath your head. Take 2 more breaths, 2 more breaths like that. Good. 1 more breath. Okay, now here's the transition we're going to do. We're not coming up, we're coming down. Heel toe, your feet closer towards each other. All the way. And then does not need to be graceful. Bum is going to come down onto the ground in some way. Legs come forward. Have a little bit of a shakeout. Oh, yeah. Take a little sip of water. Okay. So I was talking about the pelvic floor muscles a little earlier. Now, for the most part, almost all of us will have something going on with our pelvic floor muscles that they're not working optimally. And sometimes that happens through urgency, like feeling like you need to pee a lot, or leakiness, like having some leakiness in there, or pain. So pain with penetration, or pain around the tailbone, or even around the front. So it's super, super common. It doesn't mean that you've done anything wrong. Often it can even be from like a birth injury from many, many years ago. So the pelvic floor muscles, I was showing this online earlier, but I want to show you here. They are like a little hammock. So I'll show you on my body and then I'll show you on Fred, kind of like right from the front to the back. What does that look like on Fred? Back of the tailbone. Do you see where this open space is? That's where the muscles are, right to the front. So if the pelvic floor gets a little tight, and it does for a whole bunch of reasons, almost all of us with back pain, we're going to have a little tight pelvic floor. It can actually tug on this tailbone and create a lot of pain on it because part of the periosteum, the outer coating of the bone, there's nerves in there. So we're going to do a little pelvic floor massage to release. Now, it's going to be this soft ball. It can be tennis ball. It can be anything soft, not spiky. Please don't do spiky. Why? Because we're going to go right here. We don't want to put spiky there right now. Now, I'm going to sit on a foam chip block. And this massage ball, so if you're wondering where is it going to go, it can either go towards the front or the back. If you have tailbone pain, please don't put it towards the back, okay? Tailbone pain, you're not going to put it towards the back. But it's going to go on you, and then you're just going to do a little rocking around. So you're actually going to feel the sitting bones in between. Does that make sense? And then you can rock a little forward, rock a little back. If the pressure feels okay, you can even just sit there and breathe. If you're trying this and you think this is not anything I want to be doing, please don't do it. You're going to sit on a slow-mo ball instead. So you do not need to go on to something with that much pressure if it's not feeling good for you. It's a little too much. Grab your slow-mo ball. It's weird. Yeah, it's a weird thing. We have not yet done pelvic floor massage in a class setting for sure. Yeah. Do you know what happened last week? I was having a lot of tailbone pain last week. That's what was happening. I was having a little low back pain. And I thought, let me just try this and see if it helps. And I was doing this on my dining table as I was doing work with a tennis ball. And I have no tailbone pain this week. It feels good just on the slow-mo. You don't need a ton of pressure. But for some of us, a bit more pressure helps, but you don't need it. You don't need it at all. But the idea is that we're just kind of rocking. And can you feel those sitting bones? So you can be in any position, right? I'm cross-legged, but you don't need to be. The sitting bones are right on either side. Correct. Yeah, you got it. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, slow-mo ball is fun. Okay, good, good. Yeah, so we're all a little different, right? But if you find a spot that's quite sharp, I don't want you to spend time there because some of us do, right? If you've got that tailbone pain, you don't want to spend time there. Remember, it's hammock, front to back. So if you release any part of it, it'll release the other part. This can also help with urgency and leakiness. It's really interesting. We do a lot in this class for strengthening. We don't currently do a lot for releasing. This is one way to release. There's lots, but this is one way to release. So spend a moment if you can with eyes closed. Hands in a place that feels supportive. Take a big breath in. On the exhale, release, let it go. Try again, inhale. Exhale. One more. Good. Let the eyes open, come off the support that you were using. The dollar store softer balls would be perfect. Yeah, the one that Lauren has, it's almost like foamy, yeah? Yeah, that would be really, really good. Okay, soles of the feet together, but you can be on your bolster here. I'm choosing chip foam block, but you can for sure be on a bolster. And all we're gonna do here is on the inhale, lift up a little bit. On the exhale, release down a little bit. That's it. So I have my hands on my ankles, but they don't need to be. They could be here too, or they could be behind you even. Doesn't matter. Just finding a little lift and a little lower. Yeah, you got it. One or two more. Last one. Good. Okay, excellent. Now, right knee is going to stay bent. Left leg is going to go in front. If you find the bolster now too high, you could for sure come onto your foam chip block. Now, the leg can be forward, or if you want more inner thigh stretch, it can go out to the side. Doesn't matter. I love a slow-mo ball for support underneath my knee, my hip, but you can use whatever you want or nothing. Now, I'd like you to please go in the space between the two legs. So whether the leg is out to the side or forward, you're going to orientate yourself between those two legs. Yeah, take a breath, inhale. As you exhale, come forward a little bit. Yeah. Inhale, lift a little bit. Exhale, release a little bit. Good. Two more. Inhale, lift a little bit. Exhale, release a little bit. Last one. Good. Now, if you have any bone density concerns, you're going to stay with a very long, tall spine. If you don't have that, you know your bone density is fine. You can go forward a little bit more. You could even grab your block or your bolster for a little support. For me, it's important for my back to stay a little bit more upright, so I'm going to stay long. Now, see if you can draw your awareness to the inner thigh of the leg that's straight. Yeah, and you can point and flex that foot a little bit when we release these inner thigh muscles, these adductor muscles. It also helps to release those pelvic floor muscles a little bit. Yeah, take another breath in and out. Yeah, beautiful. Slowly, gently bring yourself all the way up. Switch to the other side. So sometimes we spend so much time really focusing on strength, we forget about the release aspect too. So nice to do a little balance. Orientate yourself. You can either have leg forward or out, doesn't matter. Inhale, exhale down a little bit. We're going to find this fluid action. Inhale to lift. Exhale to soften. 2 more. The last one. If you know keeping a long spine is best for you, either for bone density issues or back issues, you're just going to stay long. You know it's okay for you to fold forward a bit more. You for sure can. Maybe even grabbing extra support. Now draw your awareness to that inner thigh of the leg that is straight, point and flex for a little more release. You've got it. Yeah. Beautiful. Soft, soft jaw, soft breath. You got it. One more breath in and out. Good. Very slowly, gently start to walk your way up. You can bring your legs together. Give a good little shake out. Beautiful. Okay, now we're going to come on to our back, and the only thing we'll be doing before our rest is we're going to spend some time with our legs up, which can also help to release the low back and the pelvic floor. And then if you want, you can do some hip massage as well. So now for legs up position, some of you love doing like a bolster underneath your bum and then lifting up your legs. You can do that. But if you don't like having that back bend first, you can simply plant yourself against a wall and bring your legs right up. So you've got choices. Huh? I love a bolster. I love a little bit of padding and cush. So as I come down, I'm taking that bolster underneath my bum and lifting my legs up. If you find it's not so great to do a back bend first, do plant yourself against a wall. It'll help to support the back a little more. Now, as you come up into that legs up position, you've got choices for what you do with the legs, and it can for sure be anything. It might feel good to go wide and back together. The inhale, that release and stretch. The exhale, that engagement. Or you could go into any other movement or stillness that feels good for you. So truly, it doesn't matter. Have a little play. I sometimes like keeping the sides of the feet together and just doing a little circle with the legs. Do anything that feels good here for you. Good. Now you're going to take your own time in for this next part. If this is feeling really great and you think, I just want to spend a bit more time here, please do. If you want to make sure you get a little bit of massage time in for your hips, you can slowly bend one knee, then the other. Slowly come out of that back bend by removing the bolster, grabbing the head support that you love, and then grabbing the massage balls that you like to use. So there's still lots of time. We are in no way in a rush. We've got lots and lots of time. Whatever you want to do, you might even feel like you want to spend time with that slow-mo ball underneath the pelvis. It's another great way to release the low back, the pelvic floor. Good. Beautiful. So if you are choosing to do a little bit of hip massage with your massage balls, you can grab your 2 massage balls of equal size, place them on either side of the hip, have a nice little roll around, or perhaps do a figure 4, whatever you prefer. And we are very much taking our own timing here. So at any point, if it feels like, I'm pretty ready for my rest, I want to support myself towards that, you're welcome to do that. I'll also let you know when we're all at that point to do that. If today for your rest, you would like to have a chair for your legs in studio, I'm very, very happy to come round, and you can call me over at any time for that. So no rush, you call me over whenever you want. If there's anything else you want, for example, a sandbag on the belly, it might be a really helpful thing today for a little bit more grounding, a little bit more support. If that's something that you would like, a sandbag for the belly or for the legs, also put your hand up and I'll come round. Good. All right, I'm just taking a little look around the studio. If anybody would like a chair, you can raise your hand. Anybody would like a sandbag for the tummy or the legs, you can also raise your hand. For your rest, for your Shavasana, I encourage you to come towards that now. You can set yourself up in any position that feels good for you. Sometimes lying on the back with the bolster underneath the knees feels really good. Sometimes heart bed or legs on a chair or legs up can feel really good. Take some time to support yourself into a place where you can feel really comfortable. Good. Very supported. Very grounded. And then let's do a little release of our breath together. Full breath in through the nose. Exhale, soft breath out the mouth. That's it. Do that a few times. Full breath in and full breath out. Good. You might draw awareness to the jaw, the upper and lower jaw, and just see in this moment, can I create a bit more space there? Releasing the lower jaw away from the upper jaw. Perhaps even nodding the head a little bit up and down to release the back of the neck, the shoulders. And ending up with a place where you have the chin ever so slightly tucked, the back of the neck ever so slightly longer. Let's take a few more full breaths. A few more full breaths, just exactly as you are. And then slowly, gently draw the awareness back to the body once again and start to invite in just the slowest, most gentle movements. It might be opening the mouth and closing the mouth. Might be wiggling through the fingers a little bit, wiggling through the toes. Might be inviting in a nice long stretch for the whole body. Arms up over the head, heels pressing forward. Long, long yawn. And then gathering all that energy back into your knees and towards the chest, little cuddle. Mm. Right. And then as you feel ready, start to slowly transition. Take a little roll over to the side. Take a couple breaths. And as you feel ready, go ahead and push yourself up to a comfortable seat. Invitation to either have hands on the lap or at the heart. Eyes can close. And we'll close our practice with 3 shared breaths. So first exhale, release the breath, let it go. Inhale, breathe deep into the space of the heart. Exhale, soft sigh out the mouth. Again, inhale into the heart. Exhale out the mouth. And one more breath. You softly bow your head over your fingertips. Here, symbolically releasing the thoughts of the mind into the space of the heart. So infusing all thoughts with the qualities of the heart: love, compassion, and forgiveness. Let's take another breath, lifting the heart to the mind. And then as you exhale, slowly peel open your eyes, softly lift your gaze. Thank you for sharing your practice today. Thank you. Oh, thank you so much for coming today. If you've got any questions about anything we did, please ask me. Take your time. We have another class coming in afterwards, and they